Hey y'all, it's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click that bell to be notified of every time I post. Cause y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I do. Y'all know I post frequently. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what we getting into. Y'all already know what it's hitting on, what it's hitting for. Make sure y'all jump, skip, hop, leap, do the Dougie into this video. Make sure y'all click that link down in the description box below. Thank you. Okay, become a member over there on my Patreon. After I get done with all my reviews on Now That's TV, I usually do like a Now That's TV clean sweep, and then I do a Zeus clean sweep. So make sure y'all go over there and check that out, and more content that I have behind the paywall. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I wanted to talk to y'all because I seen this TikTok of some children really taking this baddies post for me, and South Central baddies on my soul. I put that on my mama, on God in heaven. Baddie trying to hug. And taking this truly as this is real life. Okay, so I want to state a warning because I never want to be a part of the problem. I want to be here to solve it. So first things first, children, if I have any children on my channel who listen to me, I want to let y'all know, baby, this is entertainment. These people are making money to do this. It's like a regular job. The only difference is they are there to entertain us on camera, okay? Just like somebody would work at McDonald's, Walmart, a lawyer, a doctor, CEO of a company, an entrepreneur, a hairstylist, a nail tech. They are there to provide a service. So all these people are doing is coming on here on our TV, on these networks, providing us with a service called entertainment. They are only doing this for entertainment purposes only. They are there to entertain us. So when you go to school, you are there to learn, okay? You're not there to squabble this girl down who been looking at you crazy, okay? You're not here for that, okay? You are there to learn, read, write, arithmetic. All right. I just want to put that out there. This is TV world. These people are giving us a service. We are paying for their entertainment. This stuff is not real. Okay, children. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into my video. So we start off this episode super duper strong with Barbie. So, baby, Barbie is still in shock from what happened last night. At this point, her head is on the swivel, and she's tired of it. So she asked for her phone last night. They couldn't find her phone, but everybody else magically got their phone. So Barbie like, I need to talk to my peoples. This girl just snuck me. Y'all ain't check on me. Y'all don't care nothing about me. And I need to talk to some people who care about me genuinely. So now you're like, well, you need to calm down. We'll find it. Basically, just kind of like brushing her off, like, girl, shut up. It's really, to me, that's how I took it, because she like, we gonna find it. I just need you to like calm down. As you got your phone in your hand, walking around this thing clear, clean, crisp, like you don't care. But baby, Barbie was tired, okay? And I don't blame her, because they do be trying to treat Barbie any type of way. And Barbie wasn't having it. And she just simply wanted to talk to somebody that cared about her. Now, I'm going to say this too. I'm going to play devil's advocate as far as like her not getting a phone. I believe that Barbie wanted to leave. She did feel unsafe. And because of that, I think she was looking to vent to somebody, and then somebody tell her, you need to stay. Because the reason I say that is because when you are like in tough situations, whether it be for something like you tried out for, you worked so hard for, and like somebody giving you attitude, somebody giving you pushback, somebody acting like they really don't care for you. And that's just not one person when it comes to Barbie. That's a lot of people. And Barbie came by herself, and to an extent, she's not used to this lifestyle. You could tell she's not used to people acting that way around her, or like her just always having to be on guard, or people putting their hands on her. You could tell she's just not used to that. So to me, when she was gonna call her man up, her man probably was gonna tell her like, nah, stay the course. Like, you need to stay. Don't let them punk you out. Just stay and do the show. and you will see how it go. But don't leave, because a lot of times when you are in predicaments where you are uncomfortable, or you feel as though like you don't want to necessarily continue to fight for this position, you would rather just be done, wash your hands of it, that way you can have some peace. Somebody that care about you, see the, I ain't gonna say like see the bigger picture, but they'll see it and they'll be like, nah, you don't want them to think XYZLABCD. So they'll tell you to stay. And if, in my opinion, if she would have got on the phone with that boyfriend, he would have told her to stay. So I think that people in the background was working for her to help her out, as far as like maybe her ancestors, the Lord, just, her people. I think, she should, I think that decision was needing to be made, because number one, she already felt like she was in an unsafe environment. And I do feel like for her in particular, it was unsafe because they was literally just hitting her for no reason. Like legit, her and Nugs getting into it. It really wasn't that serious for Nugs to hit her, to be honest. And her getting Ivory hitting her was just unnecessary, uncalled for, and she truly got hit for no reason. And with them hard hits like that, like mind you, she didn't necessarily have enough time to defend herself, or like to go in a secure mode to protect herself. So her mind is definitely in fight or flight. And I think she feels as though she's stuck there, and she has to do what they say. And if they was on lockdown and they didn't ever give her phone, she mentally going through that by herself, and she would have preferred to go through it with like her man or something. So I could definitely understand where Barbie is coming from. And I do believe that she needs to leave. Like, not even on like a, oh yeah, you couldn't handle this house, it was too much for you, but truly on just a safety note, because I do believe that the girls are picking on her for no reason. Barbie ain't did much of nothing for them to just think, oh, okay, you gonna be the punching bag of the season. Like, no, I would love to. Okay, then Nugs come out. So it wasn't the monologue that Nugs said, it was the look back that took me OUT out. So Nugs ends up telling Barbie, oh, if they make me get my phone up because you doing all this, I'ma spaz out on you. I'ma take it there with you. Barbie said, I don't give a baby. That look back was so hard. Nugs thought Barbie was not finna say nothing. Barbie said, I don't give a damn. Baby, when I tell you Nugs hit that look back, that look back was strong and crazy. That look back was everything that I needed plus more. That look back was like, who you talking to? Who is you talking to? Because you ain't talking to me. That look back was crazy. I was hollering with that look back. So after Nugs did her look back, Barbie went in her room, and like I said, Barbie was talking real talk. Like, I definitely understood everything that she was saying. So Barbie's like, I'm not getting dressed. Like, Barbie was standing on big business. Like, you could tell she was fed up. Like, she was fed up. She was tired of them. She wasn't finna keep playing with them. So Barbie's like, I ain't getting dressed till I get my phone. And matter of fact, get out my room. Y'all not even finna record me till I get my phone. I'm not doing nothing till I get my phone, and my phone is in my hands. No, y'all not finna get no camera time out of me, no entertainment here. Get out. And I don't blame her, because they could have definitely looked for her phone. Now you could look for her phone with a pep in her step. You can tell now you didn't care to get that girl phone, to be honest, very much. But let me say this: if it was Ivory's phone, the whole house would have been looking for it, security and all. Like, girl, please, y'all definitely pick and choose. And I do believe that, even as the people in the house go, like, Barbie can't fight, so it do give like, you can't fight. Shut up. Like, oh, you trying to go off? Shut up. Don't make me go get Ivory. Don't make me go get Nugs. Like, when people see that you really can't fight on these shows, it do bring your respect down. I ain't gonna lie to you. It do kind of have people like, shut up. Like, girl, be quiet. You really ain't about that. Baby, so then they had Legacy, Mel, and Baby Tyson all being messy. First of all, it was giving Mel did not really want to be messy like that. She whispering, looking around. I'm like, girl, you gonna be messy, be all the way messy. So They all talking about Ivory, just basically how Ivory is fighting people that don't want to fight. Baby Tyson saying that she don't like that. They end up revealing that they seen, the girls crying and stuff. Like, these girls was truly hurt behind that, which they're not fighters. And the people that was crying, they were shocked that Ivory put her hands on them. So they like, she doing too much. Things was good before she came. Like, everybody was chilling and we was out having a good time till the tornado came in. And then Baby Tyson told them, this ain't season 1, it's season 2. Baby Tyson on here. Okay, anyways, girl, you haven't done nothing whole season. Like, let's be honest, Baby Tyson, you really ain't been giving it up like that. Like, we just being so for real. You haven't been giving it up. Like, one after she got into Milan, that was that. Like, it ain't been nothing since. Baby Tyson ain't gave nothing, ain't did nothing. It's been very much lackluster when it comes to Baby Tyson. So they also end up revealing that Nugs could have possibly been dogging out Ivory before she got there. And then once Ivory got there, Nugs was father, 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 father. I didn't necessarily see Nug say anything about Ivory. I'm sure they would have kept that in there if she did. So I don't think that's real tea, because the way production is, they would have kept in there if Nug said anything out the way disrespectful to Ivory. They would have kept that in there just so we could see that Nugs is fake and stuff like that. But I don't think Nug said anything about Ivory. She made sure she did homework about her father. So she's not going to say anything out the way when it comes to her father. Maybe about y'all, but not her. I'm very, very bored with this whole Sierra and Nug situation. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Okay? I don't. So Sierra had to tell my dad once again 1,000 times. So Sierra ends up admitting to the twin that she asks Nugs, do you have a problem? Twin ends up saying, hey, I told you them fine words. And that's true. I do believe that. I was trying to play both sides and, see, but if somebody be like, do you have a problem? You're always gonna, I don't know, like, your defense mechanisms are gonna come up and you're gonna be like, do you? Because we can make a problem. We can get that. We can do that. But Sierra, like, well, she didn't feel that way. And Sierra starts taking up for herself, all this, all that. And the twins, like, well, no, I just believe, the way you said it, you could have reframed what you wanted to say. And the way you said it, it gave, like, you wanted the issue. And Sierra took up for herself. And then the twins, like, well, we ain't got no problem with nobody. Like, we ain't got no issues. We think everybody cool. Honestly, I don't care what Sierra said. The twins, to me, be riding the horse of Ivory and Nugs. In my opinion, the twins want to be cool with them. They want to keep, you know, it cool with Ivory and Nugs. They don't want no problems. They don't want no issues. Obviously, because Big Twin really can't throw down like she play like she do. And Little Twin, we ain't seen her in action. So it's giving Little Twin really don't even get down like this. She don't know what she doing. So to me, regardless of whatever was gonna come out Sierra's mouth, they was gonna say in some type of way Sierra was wrong, or she could have fixed this, she could have fixed that. When it comes to the twins, just because, and really it's more so the big twin for me, because it was the big Ivory, you don't even know Ivory, and then this saying like, well, the way you said it, what you said, it, the way you said it is giving that you want to beef. I believe as though whatever would have came out of Sierra's mouth, Sierra could have been doing sign language. She could have been speaking another language. Nugs would have been like, oh, I translate. You want to get that. It's translating over to me. You need that. And Nugs is going to do whatever she need to do to show Ivory that she's on that she be on that. So, in my opinion, it didn't matter because Nugs had to prove herself. And why not prove herself on Sierra if Sierra want to have this private conversation with her? Okay, boom. We move forward, and Big Twin, when always talking, Big Twin was like, she wishes that, they could show their other side of young and reckless, not just reckless with their hands, but reckless in other ways as well, because she don't feel as though people need to drag on like they fights and stuff like that. To an extent, I agree with her. I don't necessarily want them to drag on their fights, but at the same time, it's a fighting show. Like, I get it. It's cool to, because y'all in the house and y'all seeing it every day, play by play. So it's cool to be like, oh, okay, I want to do this. I want to do that. Yes, I understand. But be for real. They taking them to do free stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they finna go to the beach. They got them like a grill, but it ain't like no thick grill or nothing. It's giving like one or two tooths, you know what I'm saying, type of time. And I ain't even seen nobody have their grill in yet. But it's not giving stuff that really costs like some coin to do, which is fine. But they know what we here for. We not necessarily here to just see y'all have a good time. Like, y'all not on family vacation, And she's talking about show a different side of reckless. What else reckless can y'all show us? Like, y'all can argue, but like, what else reckless can y'all show us besides y'all squabbling down? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think another type of reckless could be besides your mouth and your hands. Like, what else? Because what else can they do to where now this TV will allow them to? I don't know. I just think that's either with your mouth or with your hands. But I don't see them allowing them to do anything else reckless, because when Legacy try to get themselves, that's reckless. They say, "Oh, absolutely not. No, ma'am, not happening." Okay, let me also add in too. Why little twin was looking at Sierra like she stank or something? Like, the way she was so far away from Sierra, and the way she was looking at Sierra, it was with disgust. I'm like, dang girl, fix your face. Why is you looking at her like that? Like, she looking at Sierra like, ugh, why is you talking, you ugly look? Ugh. Why is you here? What are you talking about? Breath hotter than biscuits. Like, when I tell you, she looking at Sierra like the ba is not hitting it. Like, she's not loving it. Like, girl, go brush your tongue. Like, I promise y'all, like, she looking at her like she stank. So we move on to 2 or 3 o'clock. At that time, Ferrari came in rich, lanes not allowed, and her little bathing suit looking all cute. So she like, hey ladies, good afternoon. Hello. So Legacy spoke. Sam just got on her phone like, not this 304, and walked up in here. So Ferrari jumps off and she like, Sav, what's going on? What's going on? And what's wrong with you, Sav? Sav like, ain't nothing wrong with me. Obviously something wrong with her because of her demeanor, how she acting. So Ferrari like, well, something gotta be wrong with you because of how you acting. And Sav ends up calling her out. A call out. So Sav ends up saying, why you didn't check on me yesterday after I got snubbed? So Ferrari's like, oh, we was on lockdown. And Sav hit a good old call out and said, you weren't on lockdown. And Ferrari ends up saying, girl, I got in the shower and I went to bed. Like, a lockdown. It's called a lockdown. That's what we was on. So Sav was like, okay. So Ferrari like, why you got an attitude? And Sav was like, I just don't feel like you're being a good host. No. Correction. You don't feel like she's being a good friend. Now, let me say this before I continue on with their dialogue. As we all know, and as I've called out several times, Ferrari is very selfish. Ferrari thinks of me, myself, and I. That's all Ferrari be thinking about. Ferrari has been about Ferrari since day one. Okay? Day one. And it stayed that way from day one to day 365. Ferrari is not stunning y'all like that at the all. Okay? So I believe Sav felt as though Ferrari needed to check on her because they're friends, not because she the host, because you feel like that's your friend. And to an extent, like, yes, Ferrari should have checked on her as her friend, but at the same time, Ferrari don't owe Sav that if she's just the host. As a host, she just here to do her job, host a show, and get on. But because they friends, Sav felt as though Ferrari owed her that, but Ferrari felt like she didn't owe her anything. And another reason Ferrari felt like she didn't owe her anything was because Ferrari did not want to get smacked down by Ivory again. Let's be honest. Ferrari is scary. So anything to keep her out the way and not let her get hit on, that's what she gonna do. So Ferrari went in that room talking to the men because you know she love her man. Ferrari went in there and talked to that man, got on the phone with that man, started talking to that man, and stopped thinking about what y'all had going on. Long as Ferrari ain't get touched. Long as Ferrari okay, that's all Ferrari care about. So I'm not surprised that Ferrari did not check on Sav whatsoever. I'm not surprised. And I do feel like Sav was trying to avoid it. I mean, I'm glad that she did speak her mind, but to an extent, I think she should have came a little more direct. Like she was coming at her direct, but it wasn't as direct as I feel like she could have been. Sav could have just from the jumps for Ferrari telling me some, hey, oh hey, you finally want to come in here and check on me? You know, I feel like she could have called her out way more. I think Sav was being real nice, nasty about it when she could have just been nasty and just called Ferrari out. It wasn't like Dragon Tail Arms was finna do something to you. It wasn't like, you know, Ferrari's finna say, oh, let me go get Ivory. Like, she didn't want to get hit herself. So, of course, she went and locked herself in her room. She don't want Ivory to do anything to her, and she don't want Ivory to feel as though she's a threat. So, to be honest, I'm not surprised that Ferrari went the route of let me stay in my room because to me, to be honest, even if Ivory wasn't involved, that's Ferrari's character from what I've picked up about Ferrari. Like I said, from what I've picked up about Ferrari, Ferrari care about me, myself, and I and their show. As far as like staying the host of the show, but as far as like y'all are puppets on the screen to her, and y'all are just people here to help her show grow and to be better. So Sav continues and she ends up telling her that she's not a good host. And Ferrari's like, how? She was like, I got snuck yesterday. What you want Ferrari to do about you getting snuck? I mean, let's just really sit and think about what you want Ferrari to do. Ferrari got smushed. So none of y'all was necessarily off the table for getting smushed or get hands put on. So really, what do you want Ferrari to do when, like I said, legit, she just got hands and feet put on her, just like you did. All y'all got hands and feet put on y'all the same day, uno, dos, and tres. So what was you looking for Ferrari to do? And you talking about something? You not being a good host because you not handling nothing. What was she supposed to handle when Ivory just thumped her? Like Ivory don't respect none of y'all, and I don't necessarily feel like everybody should be looking for Ferrari to check somebody. Ferrari was not checking nothing last season. So I'm trying to figure out what is making them think Ferrari is this big bad wolf who gonna check anybody. Ferrari's not like that from what I remember last season and just from this season too. Ferrari is very much, you know, as long as you don't say nothing to her, it she could care less. You know, she gonna go about her day. But as soon as you say something to her or she feeling fear, she want to handle this. She want to talk about it. She want somebody to speak up for her. She don't matter. It really don't matter as long as the person don't put their hands on her. Ferrari really be want to settle stuff, or if she can get somebody else to settle something for her, she'll do that as well. But like I said, Ferrari is very selfish and she somewhat mind her business when it comes to Ivory because she don't want no problems with Ivory. So I don't understand why Sav was holding her to that high standpoint. Not only that, what took me out, Mel wanted to be messy and listening on that conversation. Mel gonna come out the bathroom playing like she finna do something. Girl, you stood right there wanting to listen. Please. And Ferrari is absolutely right. People have been going around saying that Sav been playing security. And to an extent, to me, Sav, well, it's kind of tricky because with Ivory, you really it's no rules to her. It's, you know, one day you could do this, the next day you can't type of time. And a lot of times Ivory do be making sense, but sometimes it be like, that don't make no sense. Like you shouldn't have done that. I believe in this time she shouldn't have put her hands on Sav. She could have easily had a conversation with Sav. But she decided that her best way to let Sav know she wasn't playing was to put her hands on her. And even though that's not right and she didn't have to put her hands on Sav, she did. But I don't think Sav should be taking her frustration out on Ferrari. And like Ferrari said, she did try to pull her. So at one point she was trying to help you, but you had already got socked out by then. So it was like, what can she do? And like Ferrari said, you had been playing security and people had already told you to stop playing security. And Sav, in my opinion, shouldn't have been playing security in the first place. You a girl. They pay these big grown men to be there and to do security. So you should let them be security, not you try to then come in and be a backup security guard. They didn't ask you to do that. So I get what Ferrari is coming from with that. So once again, my point is proven. Ferrari ends up saying, well, I hope y'all not trying to mess with me. Me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. Ferrari could care less for the rest of y'all. So Ferrari ends up asking Mel, like, as soon as she said that, Mel was like, who trying to message you? Ferrari quickly changed the subject and was like, so why would you, because I thought you was chilling. And Mel ends up saying that Ivory was picking him the whole day, the whole time. Now, I'm only going off of what I seen. It didn't necessarily give Ivory was picking on y'all because Ferrari and production asked her to relax, calm down, don't bother y'all. So to an extent, I'm gonna say no, she wasn't. But to another extent, when Mel was going off at the top and Ivory inserted herself, she had no business doing that. So I can understand why Mel poured the liquor, but Mel do have to understand its consequences for doing it as well. And they want to be PC'd up for good reason, but you can't be PC'd up and pouring liquor on people. Like, you have to expect somebody to want to retaliate. So Sav continues on. Sav Ferrari comes back to check Sav in a way because she like, I feel some type of way that you trying to say I'm a bad host. So Sav like, you supposed to be my friend, and Ferrari referring to herself as her friend. She like, I'm your friend, so I was holding you back. I was trying to move you out the way because you shouldn't be playing security. So Sav ends up saying, well, you supposed to be my friend. You ain't even come check on me till 2:30. And not only did you not come check on me to 2:30, and me and you so cool, we so friends, you ain't even come down there while I was in the boat and ever asked me was I okay or nothing. And she was like, you a bad host because you don't make sure your cash straight. So that's my thing. They keep trying to juggle friend and host. Y'all looking for friend support. When Sam sat up there and said that Ferrari wasn't a good host, Ferrari started thinking of it personally as if they were friends. She not thinking of it as, okay, this just a cast member, okay, let me hit a critique. And the critique is only coming because Sav feel as though Ferrari should have been there more for her. My thing is this though. From the show, you can kind of already see how Ferrari moves. Like I said, Ferrari is very me, myself, and I. So I just believe in a way when you get out your own bubble, and it's easier said to see because we watch the show, so we can see Ferrari more for who she truly is, regardless of how they try to edit her to be. You could really see how Ferrari is as a person, in my opinion. And Sav too. Sav to me is somewhat the same as Ferrari, not all the way, but in certain ways she has a lot of Ferrari ways as well. So Ferrari felt as though, she felt some type of way about what Sav said. Sav, felt some type of way that Ferrari didn't check on her. But all these girls supposed to be friends. Okay, they all supposed to be cool. So Ferrari ends up saying that she felt like Sav disrespected her. Sav did another call out. Sav said, how I disrespected you? I didn't yank you up last night and slam you down. I didn't do that. Baby Ferrari was like, I ain't getting knocked down, slammed down. Ain't nobody knocked down, slammed down me. Who knocked down, slammed down me? Sav told me something. I seen the video. Go look at the video. Naya, as a producer, being messy over here showing Sav the video. So Sav was like, Naya showed me. She was like, and why is Naya even showing videos? She's showing videos now because you in them. So now you embarrassed. Cause like then you say you see all the edited and unedited versions of stuff. So you don't mind her showing you, but you mind her showing somebody else you when you embarrassed and you're not looking very well put together. And it's giving very much scared. Okay. It's giving very much scary. It's giving very much I don't want it. I don't need that. So Ferrari goes downstairs to defend herself, but she like, Ivory ain't do nothing. It's crazy that Ivory nor Sav came out their room to say anything. Sav ends up saying on Instagram in my last video I gave y'all about them that she ain't even hear Ferrari. How you ain't hear Ferrari? And Ferrari is that loud. She's yelling to the top of her mother ecking lungs, okay? How you did not hear her? Y'all heard her. You absolutely heard her. You just chose to ignore her. And Ivory too. But they probably locked Ivory in her room. They probably said, "Don't come out, let Ferrari have a moment. You already smushed her. You leave the girl alone." So she defended herself. She like, she ain't choke me. She ain't choke me. No, she ain't do that. That or this, that or that. So Zoe ends up showing her the video. And she like, yeah, you see me? Cause I'm like, back up. And she go into like a little fighting stance. Ferrari, you was not giving fighting stance, baby. Now I will say in the video after Ivory put her hands on Ferrari cheeks, Ferrari then started grabbing at Ivory's hands. She did start like making sure Ivory's hands were down. She barely could pay attention to Ivory's face, but Ivory did smack her like at least twice. And Ferrari was like moving, you know, because she's sitting down. And I can say that Ferrari just wasn't sitting there, but she definitely was like, hold on. But I ain't gonna say that Ferrari was like, girl, who you playing with? It wasn't giving that either. It was giving like, hold on, like I ain't did nothing to you. Which, to be honest, she didn't do nothing. But at the same time, it's Big Ivory. So I don't really know what y'all was expecting, baby. A Care Bear? Like, y'all know how she gonna give it up every time. So we move forward. Ivory, I ain't gonna lie, she do look cute, face cute, hair cute. It was giving cute. It was giving real cute. So Ivory ends up catching Legacy slipping. In the midst of her catching Legacy slipping, she ends up getting her. Now, I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion. This is my true honest opinion. Legacy head should have been on a swivel, period. My thing is, you know, they don't care nothing about you. You know, production allow her to get like that. You should have had your head on a swivel, and you should have been, like Baby Tyson said, being your own security. Not only that, to an extent, I am like, okay, Ivory, really, what's the problem? Like, you know, Legacy can't fight. So, like, why you keep picking at her? That's number 2. Number 3, I'm like, I do feel bad for Legacy, but I don't at the same time, because I'm like, you already knew what Debo was hitting for. And to an extent, y'all had enough time to me to where you could have, excuse me, got yourself together. It should be no reason that she should still be rocking the boat with you like that. I feel like to an extent, Renee kept up with her, but you and her had beef last year, and she's still rocking the boat with you. It should be no reason that a new girl who we know can't even get down like that stay up with her. And honestly, you can't even stay up with people your size. Like, it I am like, okay, season 2, I don't feel bad for you as much. Season 1, I felt bad for Legacy because you could tell all them truly just was picking at her. But season 2, I don't feel as bad for her because I'm like, you already knew what type of environment you was coming in. And the fact that y'all thinking that they gonna just keep y'all in y'all rooms, y'all not gonna fight, they not, you know, they not finna get they content off of y'all, and y'all have came to be content, to me is just not thinking everything through. Once you take that money off the table, look at what type of environment y'all putting yourself in. So I just don't necessarily feel bad for her, because how was she able to catch you slipping this time? Not only did she catch you sleeping this time, you turned around talking about she jealous, she this, she that. No, she makes her content off you, and you just sit in the bathroom doing your makeup. Yo, I just believe like your head should have been on a swivel. You should have been in one of them rooms, or shoot, you should have just had the bathroom locked. Like I don't. It's just I just don't feel bad for her. I just don't. I just think y'all you had enough time to prepare yourself to at least pinch her. Like at least you ain't you ain't the best fighter, but you should have learned by now. Okay, keep swinging. Because one thing I can say that when they feel like you losing, but they have confidence in you, they tell you to keep swinging. And I just believe it's too much time that had passed to where Legacy didn't get herself together. So I don't necessarily feel bad for her because I'm looking at her as more like a grown woman now. Like a grown woman who knew what type of show she was coming on. Young and Reckless season 1, it was a surprise for everybody. I do believe that. Didn't nobody know Ivory was going to come in doing all that. So even me as the audience, I felt bad for the girls. But the returners, I don't feel bad for her and Mel because they've never protected y'all. Like, y'all have not necessarily been the faves. Like, y'all come on one show every season. Mel got her another one, but y'all only came on one show. So these people know her. Like the security, the production, they be with Ivory a lot because Ivory has done a lot of shows with them. But for me, I'm just looking for growth on Legacy's part. It should be no reason why she catch you in the bathroom, you go in your confessional trying to be funny. And honestly, it wasn't funny. It was very sad to me that she caught you in the bathroom and Debo swung you every which way but loose, and you had no type of way to defend yourself. You had not picked up not a skill, but you already knew they was most likely gonna have Debo in the house. No. So Ivory ends up making a comment while she was coming down the steps in the hall. So I'm getting every each one of y'all. I'm getting you. So like Baby Tyson said, she said something, and she was like, "Who you getting?" And Ivory was like, everybody that I have a problem with. And she was like, okay, making sure to put a name on it. And I don't blame Baby Tyson either because, like she explained, you just getting random people. So I need to know if I'm next on your list. So I need to prepare myself. I need to know who you talking to. And I don't necessarily feel like Baby Tyson pressed her. I don't feel like Ivory pressed Baby Tyson. I just feel like it was a mutual conversation. But it is given next episode, Ivory do then start pressing Baby Tyson like, what you said? Because if you want it, you could get it. And it is kind of giving that Baby Tyson don't need that. So Legacy, you can absolutely tell, is in fight or flight mode. Legacy ends up throwing the candle wax, which I think that was a good first lick back because you couldn't physically do anything to her. So, I think the candle wax was a great idea. You could tell the candle was definitely at its roots in. It wasn't a big thing of it. She threw it on Ivory, but it seemed like it just got on Ivory's hair. Nothing else for real. It don't seem like it truly did what you expected it to do. So I was like, oh well, y'all let them do whatever they want, and that's not true. They very much allow Ivory to do what she wants way more, but I guess because Ivory felt as though she got touched, liquor was spilled on her, she's gonna do what she wants to do now. And Legacy didn't even spill it on her. She didn't even do anything. So Legacy then go get the flat irons, unplug them, and at that point you could definitely tell she was tweaking out. She went, like I said, into fight or flight, and she was scared. It was more like a reaction of, I'm sick of you. Like I'm really sick of you. And instead of it being like a big explosion, it was like, I'm sick of you, so I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect myself. I think what was going on in her mind was, this girl snuck me. She probably felt as though the camera got way more than it actually did. But this girl snuck me. She snuck me last time. And I'm tired of her. Like, she just wanna bother me. Like, why you always wanna just bother me? Like, just leave me alone. More so. So she felt like she had to do all these things to defend herself, which is, like I said, coming from a fight or flight mindset, and she's sick of Ivory, and I can understand that. I'm not gonna lie, this is just my honest opinion. I do think Mel is ducking and dodging Ivory as much as she can, just because she is, on injured reserve. I do believe that Mel heard exactly what was going on, and she waited to come out there. I believe that with my whole heart. I believe that she waited to come out there because truly Mel do not want that pressure at all. When she got in that room, she was like, and y'all allow her to touch her. She cannot touch me. And they like, oh, we ain't finna let her touch. Mel is thinking about me, myself, and I. As much as she wanna play in legacy phase, oh, it's us. We ride and da 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 this, da 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 that, girl. Please, your friend really can't get down like that. And your friend got caught slipping, you didn't. And truly, I believe Mel can defend herself when it comes to Ivory. But because of what's going on in her head, she just can't take no chances. And she not taking chances for nobody. So I believe she heard what was going on. She waited to come out that room, come out of wherever she was at, and then come where the cameras was. She and then too, when she came to the balcony, she looked down a little bit and walked off. Like, yeah, she just like I agree with Ivory wholeheartedly. Y'all shouldn't have came if y'all didn't want no issue. That was the reason they brought y'all back, was to get y'all issue with Ivory, and because we really was on y'all sides, and I'm still on their side, but it's just Mel I can understand, but Mel do be antagonizing. But Legacy, I'm like, okay, Ivory, you do need to leave her alone. Like, that girl ain't doing any of you. But at the same time, I'm like, you should have came here knowing how to fight better. So Legacy talking to Sav. Sav like, don't believe none of them. Don't believe production. We're gonna have to get that. I've been telling y'all the same thing, baby. They are here for the bigger picture. They can care less for y'all as individuals. But she's like, we're always gonna have to get that production. Is gonna always make us get that, which is true. So Legacy, like, we all can just get it over with right now. Baby, the way Legacy flew out the door, Mel was walking so slow, and Sal stopped right at that door and told the cameraman to get out. Girl, shut up. Like, please. Legacy really do got heart, but to an extent, why do you need heart if you keep losing? Like, if that's all we gonna run off, you don't need to keep coming. It's Mariah Lynn #2. Let's get in there. Let's get some skills going. Like, let's learn how to defend ourselves. Cause really, like, that's all I want. If she can stay in the paint with Ivory, that'll be different. But it's like you keep letting her beat you up. So I don't feel bad for you. Like, heart can only get you so far. So Legacy goes down the steps. She basically saying a fade is called out. Bring Ivory here. So for whatever reason, the security is like, let's search, let's search. She did not want to get a search. That security threw them seals out of her pocket so quick. And once again, because everybody is saying it, but they're not picking that part up because they just here for the check. It's really truly, like, no shade. They really out here for desperation purposes. They truly is putting themselves in a position to get hurt for a measly check. You already knew the big bad wolf was coming, and y'all put yourselves in harm's way over a check. It's not worth it. But okay. So basically, Zoe was like, we not doing it. Y'all not doing no weapons. Like, that's not what's finna get handled around here. I don't know what y'all think this is or what y'all thought this was, but I ain't going for that. He a part of production. So Mel told me something. We own that every time she snuck her in the bathroom. Yeah, she getting got this don't happen. This he said not on my watch. And I don't blame him for taking control of that situation and letting it be known we ain't having none of that. And if you do want to get the, doing all that, thinking that you gonna come in here and do what you want to do, okay, I'm gonna send you right on home. I don't blame him because 1, 2, 3, and 4, baby. Once again, this is entertainment world. Okay? Y'all got TV beef. Y'all don't have real beef in real life. But I get it that you want to stand up for yourself. But in that time frame where you was online allegedly talking that talk, you could have been going to the gym. You could have been going to the boxing ring. If anything, you could have asked one of these now that's TV girlies that's live in your state hey, can we link up so you can show me like a couple pointers type of time. Some of these people who were saying, oh, we love legacy, this and that, DM them and ask them, hey, do you have any fighting tips? We could have been doing that. Like I told y'all before, to an extent, I don't feel bad for her, because it's like you could have defended yourself. You could have defended yourself in some type of way, but you wanted to go to weapon, and they not gonna let that happen. Don't nobody care about Mel screaming. Don't Ain't nobody stun Mel. Mel ain't getting out there in the field for you. You are. Mel can fight. She can hold her own. You can't. So of course they wasn't finna be on that with Ivory. And of course Ivory said no. Ivory fight with her hands. She don't use no weapons. So of course she said no. Of course production said not on our watch. I don't really understand what they thought production was gonna say. Especially Scissors. Scissors is crazy. And to be honest, if her and Ivory would have got the fine, she wouldn't even had an opportunity to go in her pocket and get them. Just to be honest. No shade. So Canadian Barbie ends up making her exit. I'm happy for her, honestly. I just feel like the girls was picking at her, So I'm happy she made her exit. My thing is this: where's Miss Trill? Where's Trill at? Nowhere to be found. But okay, let's continue. Now, my thing is with Canadian Barbie, or this is just with anybody in particular. It's not just her, but just all them. I hate when people leave and then they be like, "I'm a boss in real life. I get money in real life." We don't care. You do not have to give us a monologue about why you leaving, who you are in your real life. Like, it's okay. You're leaving. And that's just that. You're leaving because you don't feel safe and you don't want to be somewhere where you're having to dang near tell them you're not filming no more to get your phone. You ready to go. And that's understandable. And the money is not worth it. Obviously, with Canadian Barbie situation, it's not worth the money. I totally understand. It's not worth getting snuck and hit on for no reason. Like, no, you don't have time for that. Your triggers is up. You having to keep your head on a swivel. Like, it's easy for me to watch it because it's edited. But truly, I've always explained to y'all that I would never want to be on Now That's TV. I would never want to be on Zeus. Like, nothing, because I know for a fact, like, just off of me seeing it, it'd be so much tension in these houses. Like, of course they put music over it and everything like that when we watching it, but honestly, I know it'd be so much tension in this house. It just, you be somewhat scared, paranoid of what might happen to you. So I definitely understand her leaving, and I think that was a good choice for her. I absolutely do. So it seems like in next week's episode is going to be way more interesting in this one, because I can't lie, this one wasn't the most amazing for me. Honestly, I was a little bored watching it, but it was cool for the most part. Honestly, it was more sad than anything, honestly. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Looks like next week's episode is going to be even better. Ivory ends up saying something to Baby Tyson. Baby Tyson and Kai and Mel look like they all get into it. And Sav and Heifer. So we have a lot to look forward to. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.